can unlearn unhealthy family programming in case of psychopath and narcissistic environments, family members and sibling or caregivers, parents. So we're going to discuss this video today in a very simple way. We're going to keep our discussion very grounded and simple, impactful, and easy. And let's move forward. So, we're going to focus on how unhealthy family programming, you know, affect us when we grow up with psychopathic or narcissistic parents and sibling, and unlearning unhealthy family programming when we grow up with psychopathic, or you know when we grow up with psychopathic or narcissistic caregivers, parents, or our birth giver, and surrounding siblings. Growing up in a family with psychopathic or narcissistic parent or sibling deeply affects us, how we think, feel, and behave. These families often look normal from the outside, but inside they are full they are full of manipulation, control, emotional neglect, fear, and confusion. As children, we learn how to survive in this, environment. Those survival lessons become our programming, our wiring in our brain. The problem is that that what helped us survive then often harms us later in our adult life, our current life. Learning this programming is difficult, painful. It's a process, it's a journey, and it's very slow, but it is possible. Here on this community, on this channel, we are together, and we share all the healing tools, techniques, practices, and we go slow with the healing. So yeah, do you know what unhealthy family programming means? Excuse me, 1 second. Unhealthy family programming is the set of some set of beliefs and habits, emotional reactions, and roles. Hello, everyone. Hi, hello. Let me know if I'm audible. Let me know in the chat box that if I'm audible, and kindly do share your views, your opinions regarding today's topic. As today we are discussing that how we can unlearn unhealthy family programming due to psychopath or narcissistic caregivers, parents, or siblings. So we're going to discuss on this particular topic today. So kindly share your valuable comments, your valuable opinions in the chat box below, so that this video will be a discussion. I'll take and pick up your comments. Let's move forward. So we were talking about that unhealthy family programming is the set of beliefs, habits, emotional reactions, and rules we learned in childhood to stay safe. In families with narcissistic or psychopathic members, love is usually conditional, transactional. We are valued only when we obey them blindly. We perform or serve someone else's needs. Okay. For example, we may learn that our feelings do not matter. Saying no is dangerous. Love must be earned. Being quiet keeps us safe. We are responsible for other people's emotions. This is what we learn in these kind of a family dynamics. These beliefs get stored deep inside us, in our body, in our nervous system, and even when we leave the family, the programming stays, you know. And thank you so much for liking this video already. Thank you so much. And I'm so grateful about it. You know what? How narcissistic and psychopathic families operate. In these families, power and control are central. One or more people dominate while other are expected to adapt their things. And before moving forward to this video, I'm going to discuss here that I'm going to give a little disclaimer that whatever I share in my videos are my personal experiences and part of my personal research work. So kindly take my videos like that. And the nature and the language of my channel is in Hindi and English. And but still, because I'm not very comfortable sharing few of the topics for now on this community, this channel in Hindi. So for now, I'm sharing few of the topics in English. Maybe very soon in the future, I'll share all these particular topics also in Hindi. And yeah, so let's move forward with the with today's topic. Where were we? I'll take your comments. I'll take all of your comments later. Let me read. Let me read. Why are you not reading our messages? Hi, hi Vishal. I'm reading your comments now. Yeah. So let me know if I'm audible. Kindly let me know in the chat box that if I'm audible. Thank you so much for liking this video already. So grateful. So we were talking about that how narcissistic and psychopathic families operate. In these families, it is very difficult to grow. Why? Because it's these kind of families are power driven. There's control, and they just want to control us every way, in every way. One or more people dominate while other are just expected to adapt their rules. Narcissistic parents or siblings often need constant admiration. They cannot accept criticism, rewrite reality to look good from the outside. They blame others for their behavior. It's a very big thing. And they punish independence. If someone's feeling, someone's thinking process is very optimistic, independent, so they're gonna punish you for this. They gonna make you feel miserable, sad about it. Psychopathic family members may show no empathy, or they sometimes fake empathy just at places where they just want to show up as empathic people, but they are not empathic at all. They don't have it uh, naturally, They lie very easily. They manipulate without guilt. They don't feel any guilt to manipulate anyone or to lie about anything. They enjoy control and cruelty. They are really, really sadistic people. I've seen them very closely, years and years, decades and decades, and they are really control freaks, and their cruelty, their sadistic nature is something next level. We cannot imagine, we cannot easily talk about it. It's very difficult to even to a person to hear about it. They use fear instead of love. Children in these systems are not allowed to be themselves. We are just assigning, we are just assigned roles. Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to this channel. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you so much for your kind words, kind messages, text in the chat box. Thank you so much. Let's move forward. So, in these families, children's of these family dynamic system are not allowed to be themselves. They cannot have their individual personality. We are just assigned roles there. Common roles we are forced into, many of us were forced into, survival roles such as the scapegoat, blamed for everything, treated as the problem, the golden child, praised but controlled, not allowed to fail, the caretaker, emotionally emotionally parenting the adults in their family, and the scapegoat child also do the same thing. The invisible child, ignored to avoid trouble, the peacemaker, calmly everyone to prevent explosions in this family. For example, we might learn that if we keep everyone happy, fights stop. We used to think this way, that you know so as adults, what happens, we keep over giving in relationships even when it hurts us. So these are the impacts of all of these things. How this programming shows up in adult life. Even after leaving the family, the programming continues to run automatically. We may feel guilty for resting, panic when someone is upset. We cannot see anyone upset, okay? We attract abusive or narcissistic partners, struggle to set boundaries, doubt our own memory and judgment, and we feel responsible for fixing others before everything. This is a very big agenda for us, to fix everyone, to make everyone feel good and happy around, and to feel empty or unsure who we really are. Because our caregivers never put any attention to us and put any efforts to build that courage, to build that foundation for us, and so that even we didn't we couldn't learn it, For example, when someone raises their voice, our body may freeze even if we are not in danger. This is not weakness, this is learned survival. I'll tell you about me, like even something happened last week, in the neighborhood. They were shouting, yelling at each other. So some random people, like, when I was not aware of, like, who are they, but yeah, I could hear the sounds. So this time I didn't trigger the way I used to trigger in 2021, 2022, and 3. So but still I somehow, uh, there was some percentage of guilt and things that I should go and fix it, why they are doing and behaving the way they were doing. But still, I was very very healed. I could see that in that moment. So these are the impacts, these are the survival impacts, and we can heal it easily on our healing journey. That's we are here together and we are sharing things and we are together. We are not alone here. Okay. And yeah, let's move forward. Do you know what? Why unlearning is so hard? Because unlearning is hard because the programming was installed before we had language or choice. As I said, as I was sharing that, because we were very young, our nervous system learned these patterns very easily. Also, these families often punished questioning. So, even thinking this was wrong can trigger fear or a shame to us. Another reason is grief. When we unlearn, we must face the painful truth that we did not receive real love or safety. That grief can feel overwhelming at times. We have to, we have to, keep reminding us that we are on this healing journey. We are on the path of healing, and we need to go slow. Okay, we need to follow consistency, and we need to just go slow. Hi, hello, hi everyone. The first step, seeing the truth. Unlearning starts when we name reality honestly. When we can, when, do you know what? When we can name our emotions, when we can actually name things, excuse me, when we can, you know, can be more honest to our own selves about our feelings, what we are feeling, what we are going through. What happened was real. Abuse does not need bruises to be abused, okay? Neglect is harmful. We were children and not responsible. For example, if a parent mocked our emotions, give us punishment, we stop calling it, let's just stop calling it tough love, okay? And start calling it emotional abuse. It's very important to name the thing correctly. This clarity is not about blame, it is about the truth and authenticity. Because this is very, very important for us to walk on this path. Learning to trust our inner experience again. In narcissistic and psychopathic families, do you know what? We were taught to distrust ourselves. Our feelings were minimized or mocked. Unlearning means slowly reconnecting with our inner signals, and name it. We practice asking, what do we feel? Noticing tension in the body and particular area of the body, allowing emotions without judging them, and believing ourselves. What are you writing? Hmm. Agree, we do feel that we should unlearn fast, but probably will work when we unlearn slowly. This is very very important. This is very very important. You have said, you have wrote no. This is so so true. Your name is Shagun. Shagun. Mm, sorry, I can't read it right. Why? Because maybe I'm so so sleepy today. Okay, I'm so tired since morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on my toes today. So so tired. Still, I thought that I should come. You can make it out through my voice, my vocal cords also. And I'm so so tired, exhausted, restless today. But still, I thought to at least come over here and talk about some uh, all these topic. Because lots and lots of data in my head to share. I feel like I cannot miss even a day. So yeah, that's why I came here. And Shagun, whatever you're writing, it's so so true. I totally agree on this. And in my every video, every what is this? Every short video, every long form or every live video or any video, I try to convey this thing over and over again that this is very very important to go slow. Going slow is very very important, and it's okay. We no need to be perfect, and we cannot be perfect in just one day. But yeah, we're gonna try every day with consistency to move forward. And I'm really liking your comment, and it's so so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable comments. Uh, Another, can anyone assume what is I don't know what is it? Okay, okay, love it. Thank you so much for your kind words. Oh. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm so so touched, grateful about it. And yeah, let's move forward. Where were we? We were discussing about that how unlearning and to trust our inner experiences again in narcissistic and psychopathic family. It's very difficult for us to trust us again. So we were taught to distrust ourselves, and our feelings were minimized, mocked, and so asking asking question to the self is very very important. Like, what do we feel, how we are feeling, noticing the tension in the body or the particular part of the body, and allowing our emotions without judging them, and believing ourselves. Start practicing believing ourselves slowly. This is very very important, guys. This is very very important. We need to learn this. For example, if we feel uncomfortable around someone, we do not force ourselves to explain it why. And why we cannot put logic to everything. Okay, we respect our feeling. Okay, and we are not feeling right with, if we are not feeling right with someone, although their words, their gestures are uh, you know are right to others but not for us, so we should respect our feelings. This is an example I want to share. So relearning boundaries are also very important. Boundaries were often not allowed in our family, saying no, especially in the dynamics or NPD or psychopathic family dynamics. Boundaries are not allowed and respected actually in these family dynamics. So saying no may have led to punishment, withdrawal, or rage or abuse. So now we practice boundaries as adults by saying no without explaining. I always say that no is a complete sentence. If you do not want to give any explanation, you no need to. Okay? Yeah. Leaving conversations that feel unsafe. If you don't want to lead, don't want to continue, you should totally, we should respect that gut feeling. Limiting contact when needed, expecting discomfort instead of self betrayal is very important. We should slowly, gradually need to move forward towards this direction, that we need to start build that trust. That's we need we no need to self sabotage, where we respect each and every small feelings of ours, that what we are feeling, how we are feeling, how we want to go about it. Okay. For example, we might stop answering family calls that leave us anxious for days or months. This does not make us cruel, okay? It makes us self protective, and it's very, very important. This is the most important and most important thing to protect ourselves, protect our sanity, protect. Oh my god, what is this, man? It's really dangerous here. Let me read your comments. Many new friends are here. Welcome to this channel. Nitin, Nitin Mishra. Hi Nitin. Adit Patel. Hi. Do you know English or other language? I know Hindi, English, both, and although not very good with Hindi and English both, but yeah, it's like survival. Like done. Thank you so much. Okay, okay. Good pause. Okay, okay, okay. Let's move forward. Okay, I'm reading all of your comments. Yes, yes, totally agree with your kind gestures toward the. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your kind words, everyone. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so grateful. So yeah. So it's very important to self-protective and undoing toxic shame. This is very important to learn again, that how we can undo the toxic shame. Toxic families teach us that we are fundamentally flawed. Shame becomes part of our identity. Unlearning shame means separating behavior from worth, replacing self attack with curiosity, speaking to ourselves with kindness. This is very, very important. Recognizing shame as learned, not true. For example, instead of thinking we are broken, you know, we say we learned unhealthy patterns in an unhealthy environment. Learning healthy relationships because chaos felt normal. Healthy relationship may feel boring or suspicious at first to us. This is also true. People, children, scapegoat child, people who have been all of it. For us, processing and accepting the fact that how normal families behave and their dynamics, uh, accepting all these facts are a little different for us because we never could experience it personally. But yeah, slowly we can learn, we can grow and learn about healthy dynamics. Learning healthy relationships, because chaos felt normal. So this is something new for us. Okay, this is really, really new for us. Relationships may feel boring, suspicious. We learn that healthy people respect boundaries, take responsibilities of their actions, their behavior, apologize sincerely, do not punish on honesty, authenticity. Like we've shared in yesterday's video, also, no, that you can go and watch that video later. Our yesterday's topic was that how our authenticity, our honesty, loyalty trigger a narcissistic person. Okay, we discussed this beautiful topic yesterday. Very nice, very informative. You can go and check it out later. So yeah, we learn all these facts that in healthy dynamics, how people function, how things are, they do not punish honesty. They allow disagreement peacefully. At first, we may feel down. I'm so sorry, my tongue is really twisting now. Maybe because I'm so exhausted, I'm feeling right now. So, at first, we may feel drawn to intense, dramatic people, chaos. With awareness, we pause and choose safety over familiarity. This is very important, guys. So, as you were also saying, no, in the chat box, one of the friend, she just shared, no, that yes, this is so true, that this is very, very important to go slow. This is very, very important to go slow, to take pause, and to see things as they are. And another thing is there that reparenting ourselves is also plays a very big part here. Unlearning also means becoming the parent we never had in our life. We protect ourselves, validate our feelings, allow rest and play, encourage growth without pressure. For example, when we make a mistake, when we make a mistake, instead of harsh self talk, or we can say that we are learning and it's okay. We are learning and it's totally fine. It's totally good. Okay. Accepting that some family members will not change. And this reality, that to come to accept this part is not easy. I was there, I am still there, I'm still learning, and yeah, but slowly, gradually, we're gonna learn it, And I know it's very painful. This part is really, really painful. Accepting that some family members will never change. I still remember, I used to cry. I used to cry for days and night, you know, that why they are, what should I do so that their heart changes for us, and they maybe if I do good every time with them, they're gonna change. But I learned slowly that some family members, they'll never change. Let me read your comments. So many comments today. I'm so grateful. Okay, okay. Hello, hi. Okay, guys, listen. Whenever you share anything regarding the topic in the live videos, your comments, your whatever you write about the topic, your opinions, your viewpoints are very, very valuable to me. And I'm so grateful today as you have written so much. I can see so many comments, so many comments here. So good. Okay. Yeah, exactly. When Vinay. Yes, Vinay. It's so true. So it's so painful, this part of unlearning is accepting that some parents or siblings will never take accountability. They never gonna change. And we stop waiting for apologies, understanding, validation. This acceptance frees our energy for our own healing. This acceptance frees our energies for our own healing. And when we come to this point, many things get clear. Healing is not linear. Some days we feel strong and clear, other days, old patterns will return. This does not mean failure. Healing looks like awareness before change, progress, not perfection, choosing ourselves again and again every day with consistency. Thank you so much for sharing so many hearts, smileys, emojis, and thank you so much for liking this video. I'm so grateful, guys. Thank you so much for your kind, loving gestures. And you know what? Choosing ourselves over and over again is very, very important. As a scapegoat child and as a survivor, we have to learn this. And it's not easy, I know, but it's not impossible either. So each time we respond differently than we did in childhood, we break the programming a little more. We need to understand it this way that first thing which we discuss in every video is that on a healing journey it's very important to go slow. It's very important to feel uh, for our nervous system to feel calmness. Each time we respond differently when we did, excuse me, let me position also I'm sitting in, no, not very comfortable, and maybe I'm not feeling very comfortable now because really restless. Maybe it's 24, more than 24 hours now straight. I haven't taken any nap or sleep, and I'm not encouraging it. It's not good, guys. But I'm working on my sleep and my these patterns also. So what we were discussing that hmm Shagun, I'm really liking your comments in the chat box. Why? Because these are very to the point, to the topic today. I really appreciate your gesture, your efforts of writing all these beautiful comments. So good. Hi, Lens. Hello, hi. Yes, nature of the other family member is super tough to change, but we can work on. Yeah. That I always say that even with this video and every video, we just have to get aware. We just need to take the responsibilities in our own hands. It's just that we cannot change other. And I feel if some changes can be occur, it can occur only through love, through kindness. And yeah, rest we can just work on ourselves and move forward. So each time we respond differently than we did in childhood, we break the programming little more each time, building a new identity. As we unlearn, we discover who we actually are beyond survival roles. We ask, what do we like, how we are feeling, what do we value, what feels peaceful to us, what kind of life do we want. This is not selfish, this is reclaiming our life. And last but not the least, I just want to discuss that unlearning unhealthy family programming is one of the hardest journey we can take. We are undoing years of conditioning designed to erase us, designed to destroy us completely. So it's not easy. Only survivors can understand these things. The process is slow, messy, and deeply courageous. We are not weak for struggling. We are not broken for needing time. We are strong for choosing awareness over denial. What happened shaped us, but it does not have to define us forever. This is something we need to remember, we need to learn and unlearn. So, guys, if you desire to talk to me on similar topics, or if you are willing to book one-on-one healing session with me, if you feel I can help you in some way on your healing journey, if you want to share your things, your stories, your problems, your pain with another survivor, that comfort also you can have with me. If you book, if you desire to book one-on-one session with me, how to book a session with me, you just simply need to write a mail to me, or you can personally DM me on my Instagram account. My IG is also with the name AbhayaTra. My email ID and name I'll provide you in the description box below as well. So don't worry about it. You just need to decide whether you want a one-on-one session with me or not. For now, guys, I just desire to convey that I have so much compassion and kindness in my heart towards each one of you hearing me out right now. and I pray for your recovery and healing. Guys, listen to me, okay? Don't ever think that you are alone on this healing journey, okay? I was there, I know how it feels. Look, we have this beautiful community here, and we are growing each day, building brick by brick. I am here to hear you out, okay? Like us, we have so many victims and survivors who are going through similar kind of situations and still choosing the path of healing. We just need to focus on ourselves. We need to learn, practice, break trauma bond, and look forward. Believe me, guys, because you are the only one who can bring these beautiful changes and can achieve growth, success, and healing while being authentic and empathetic. I believe in all of you beautiful people out there. We just need to choose and take the responsibility of healing in our own hands. That's it. With this beautiful note, I am willing to sign off today. Let me take your comments once again. I'm so grateful. I feel we have more than 200 comments in the chat box, or maybe more than that. I can be wrong. Okay, so many friends are here. So grateful to each one of you commenting down below. Thank you so much, Shagun, Vinay. Thank you so much, Lens, Sonesh, Jignesh. So many people. Aditya, hi Aditya. So good to see you all here. Devotional creators. So, I'll see you again in my next video. So, I'm signing off. Guys, keep on learning, stay blessed. You can also check out my other videos and playlist on this channel as it may help. So now I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, take good care. Take very good care of yourself. Help someone and keep on learning. Love and peace.